They told me they'd be turning the water on probably today, either late today or early tomorrow. Question that Brenda had asked me appropriately was, will we be able to have our meeting, Wetmore meeting next week at the new building, or do we need to go back to the fire station? When I spoke with Tony, he said, because we haven't had it approved by zoning and planning, although I was down there yesterday with Jackie Hobby. He said the commodes will flush, so there's no reason we couldn't have it there. So I called Brenda after my meeting and said, let's continue to do it at the Wetmore.
If we have it there, how do we justify not opening it for another month?
If we have what? What was that?
If we have the meeting in the new building, how do we justify not opening it for another month?
I think once we get the certificate of occupancy, we can open it immediately.
Well, that's because the library said they were going to need the month of May to get the library together.
Right.
So they're not really ready for a tour or anything from the
No.
public.
Yeah, it's not really ready for the public, but for our meeting, since it wouldn't be in the library, what they're doing is they're taking every single book in the library and cleaning every one of them, and that's an ongoing process that the residents of Wetmore themselves are doing. It's not a cost to us. One nice thing they did, just on a nice note, they hung 4 or 5 beautiful flower baskets out front. Looks great. If you would prefer to have the meeting moved, I mean, we can agree to do that.
Well, I think we need to talk about it, not just, one person make a move. What do you think, Donna?
Well, it was stated at our last meeting
That
down there that it was going to be there Wednesday, but we did not see all these unforeseen situations.
The only thing that was really the issue was, do we have restrooms that are functioning, water fountains that work, and those will be working at the end of today or early tomorrow. So since we had made the announcement it was going to be in Wetmore, it would be a change of the plan to move it back to the fire station. So I felt it was appropriate to go ahead and do that, since I was assured that the safety and the health of our folks and sanitation would be acceptable.
And a certificate of occupancy will be issued?
Yeah. Now, I was down there yesterday with Jackie.
Okay.
Jackie did not inspect the entire building. She just inspected the septic system and the grease traps and all that stuff to make sure that it was within code. The rest of it, there is no code down there. So we don't have a building code. That's all she can inspect. That's all she cared about. It was acceptable, and she signed off on it. So as far as I'm concerned, the building's ready to go once the water's on and we can have sanitation.
It doesn't matter to me.
I just don't like the idea of one commissioner changing a meeting place without letting the rest of us know.
If we moved it
That's
back
not
to the
how we do
Wetmore
it.
fire, if we moved it back to the
Okay.
Wetmore fire station, then we'd be moving it, because the agreement was it would be at the new building.
Isn't it posted it's posted at the Wetmore Community Center?
So where are they getting the tables and chairs and stuff from?
We're gonna bring them over from the fire station.
Well, they have tables
They have
down.
tables
They
and
already
chairs. We have all that
tables
stuff.
downstairs.
Yeah. We'll probably have it in the main room
But the
downstairs.
stuff
is
at the
what
fire
my thought was.
station's the fire station stuff. 'Cause
We have the Wetmore, I don't know why we're arguing about this. The Wetmore building has tables and chairs. We authorized to have it there. The sanitation's gonna be there. If you wanna move it back to the fire station, take a vote. Okay, I don't see why we're fighting about this.
Well, communications is important between the commissioners. I know I've been out of town some and you've been busy. It's already set up for there, we'll go ahead and have it there.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Backing up just a smidge, could we, after the meeting next Wednesday, will the Wetmore Community Center be open to the public at that point, or will it be still closed until your grand opening?
We're not there yet. There's things that are in process, and I know I was asked by the library that they needed the month of May to get done. And there still are things that have to be attached to the building, so, I'm gonna
Yes,
say.
I agree. I think the official opening date to the public will be to be determined. based upon when the library is ready. The construction will be done, but there's internal work that needs to be done, rearranging and things like that. And for the safety of the folks in there, I feel it'd be inappropriate to
Yeah,
do
there's
that.
still some telephone wiring that has to be done. And I know that the IT is not done in that building because Chuck has to work with them still.
Right.
I appreciate your question, Jackie, because I have the same one. If we're gonna open it up for public meeting, to me, that's an opening of the building. But apparently, we're gonna leave it as it is.